7-day water challenge results are done and in. Hi, this is pjsthriving. This is my channel about my healthy weight loss journey where I am learning to do healthy recipes, pre-prepped meals and snacks, and learning everything in the diet world. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe, like, and leave me a comment. Let me know that you're new so I can comment back and welcome you here. If you are returning, thanks for watching. Let's get started. Last Monday, I started a water challenge because I didn't drink water, and I challenged myself and I challenged the viewers to drink half of their body weight in ounces of water. So I'm 210 pounds and I needed to drink 105 ounces of water. And if I had had more time, I would have just filmed and then speeded it up, me running back and forth to the bathroom because I had to pee a lot. So that was kind of aggravating the first couple of days because I just felt like that's all I was doing was running to the bathroom. But I did it. I didn't get quite 105 ounces every day, but not bad. So I went shopping that last Monday and I went to Old Time Pottery here in Greenville, and when I got there, I was just like, holy moly! What was I supposed to choose from? There is such a huge selection of cups there. It's not like Walmart or the grocery store. There's a little shelf, but they had a lot, and I didn't know which one to get, so I ended up getting these 64-ounce containers. And they were way cheaper, and I figured I would just use those until I decide what it is that I like. I do have a 32-ounce cup, which I drink from all the time, but it happens to be water now. So that plus the containers, what I've been drinking, and I do want to get something that's a little bigger, but not as heavy as this, and something that'll keep it colder, but maybe not quite 64 ounces. I'm not sure yet. On day one, I did not get 105 ounces, but I did get, I think it was 64 ounces. Day two of the challenge, I think it was like 100 ounces of water that I got. Day three of the challenge, however, I was peeing so much. I think I only got like 88 ounces. Day four, it was only 92 ounces. Day five, it was 104 ounces, so I was right there. Day six was 105 ounces. And of course, day seven, which was yesterday, I got the 105 ounces again. Now, besides having to go to the bathroom a million times this week, I can't honestly say that I had any real noticeable changes body-wise. And of course, my weigh-ins are on Friday, so this coming Friday, we'll see, because the last few weeks I had been on steroids and just things that had been happening, and I wasn't gaining weight, but I was not losing any, and I just barely started to show a little bit of loss this past Friday. It's only the first 7 days for the majority of the meals that I remembered to drink the 16 ounces before the meal. Now, I did notice that I was feeling fuller and I did not eat as much. I am on a restricted calorie diet. So I still, normally I would have ate it all, but I did notice that the last several days I have not finished everything on my plate for the meals. So that is a little plus with drinking the water right before the mealtime. Now, in the last 2 days, I felt like when I woke up, I'm more swollen and more puffy, just more than normal. Like I couldn't even move my rings and my feet. I don't know if something else is happening or for whatever reason, I just feel like I'm a little bloated and more swollen than usual. So I'm not sure what that's gonna come out to be or if it's just gonna go away. I don't know. I am drinking the fluid, all the extra fluid, so only time is gonna tell on that if it has anything to do with all the extra fluid and water that I'm drinking. So last week I said, I think it was Friday, I said that coffee and tea count as water as well. And someone had left a comment saying that, well, they thought that the caffeine dehydrates you. So, of course, I had already done a little bit of more research in that. Now, I made that comment because there's some, I feel that that coffee and the tea is okay to drink. But like I said, if you're dumping a lot of sugar and cream and other items in the coffee and tea, it just kind of takes it where it's not a diet thing. And you can pack on a lot of calories and extra fat that way. But people that drink a whole lot of coffee, it probably does not count as water. There are studies out there that are now coming out that some coffee and tea have great benefits, and that in moderation it is actually okay and does count as your hydration and fluid intake. So the particular myth of dehydration has kind of been debunked now, and the caffeine in moderation is a diuretic. It's not that it dehydrates you, it's just that it's a diuretic, and it still does not offset the hydration. So the fluid that's going in that coffee and tea that you do drink, as long as it is in moderation and not heavy amounts, then it does count, because it's not a whole lot of diuretic in that to dehydrate you. So coffee and tea does actually count in your daily tally as long as it is in moderation. Okay, now you can Google WebMD or Fitbit or Institute of Medicine. There's just so many different ones that when you first Google to see the research on this, that the beverages only have a mild diuretic in effect, and they are just as hydrating as water. So they do count. There's a lot of studies that are out there that are saying don't drink them. You can drink them, but just remember that it has to be in moderation, because in these studies it also says people that drink excessive or a lot of it, then no, it doesn't count because you're putting so much of a diuretic in your body. But for people like me and Sarah and people that have that 1 cup of coffee in the morning, we're good. We're okay. We're good. You can drink it. I'm drinking mine anyway. And that's just been my personal experiences with that. So there are perks to enjoying coffee and tea, which that is a whole nother video, and I'm going to be doing that video next Monday. So come back and watch that one next Monday. There's just so much information on those topics that it would take too long for me to try and incorporate it in this video as well. So I'll bring that info forward on what pertains to my healthy weight loss. So when I'm looking into this information, there's so much information out there, and what I'm doing is I am bringing forward in my videos how it relates to my weight loss and the information that I'm finding for me. So you may have more specific questions or ideas. Just Google it, and so many different researchers and people that have done topics. And I'm not searching this information on YouTube, I'm searching it on Google. So I'm going into things like the WebMD, Fitbit uses registered dietitians. There are other registered dietitians that you will also see their information. There's Institute of Medicine, there's just different places, different colleges that have, when you Google it, all of those options for you to search. So you're getting more than just one search place. So it's not just one biased opinion. And when I find that several of them all match or similarly match, then that's the information that I'm pulling and taking from it. So back to this challenge. Leave me a comment below if you did the challenge. Is this something that you will continue doing? I am going to continue doing it for me. I have noticed that I'm not as thirsty, of course, but before I would craving that Pepsi. So I'm going to continue drinking that 1 cup of coffee and probably have a cup of tea at night. I also found out that there is such a thing as drinking too much water, and it can be dangerous. So when you drink too much, it can dilute the electrolytes in your blood. Your sodium levels decrease, and it can lead to what's called hyponatremia. And I could be saying that all wrong. Hyponatremia is uncommon, but it's mostly found with smaller built people and children. They're at higher risk of developing this condition. So are very, very active people, like people that run marathons who drink large quantities of water in a short period of time. Those type of symptoms, if you've done that, you start having confusion, headaches, fatigue, nausea, vomiting, irritability, muscle spasms, cramps, weaknesses, seizures, coma, that kind of thing. So if you feel you would be at one of those that would be at risk, then consider drinking like sports drinks that contain sodium or other electrolytes to help replenish the electrolytes that you are losing through sweating. So I live in the South, and we are in the summer now, dieting and becoming healthy. So stay hydrated if you're in these conditions. If you're exercising, make sure that you drink enough fluid. And as always, wear your mask, people. Stay safe. And then until next video, have a great week, and thanks for watching.